7:36 with Jim, Deb, and Kevin, and we hinted all week we had a special announcement to make at this very moment, and we're glad you're listening. You're going to want to hear this.
I feel kind of guilty because I think everybody was thinking, Taylor Swift tickets.
No.
Something like that. But
No, we don't have Taylor Swift tickets.
No, we don't. We don't. But the announcement is that after 35 years, I have decided to retire at the end of the year, this year.
35 years.
35 years, and I am. I know this is sounding right now because I'm reflecting. Bear with me, folks, but I'm very excited about this new chapter. It's just turning that page.
Yeah.
It's always the tough part, but I'm very excited about finally getting ready to get some sleep, and hang with family and friends. But I can't help but, obviously, 35 years reflect upon how this place has been such a part of my life, and the milestones that I've had here, like. The birth of my daughter Taylor back in 1990, when she was born, and she lives in Denver and has lived there her whole life, but certainly we've done our very best, and I think done pretty well to be a father-daughter team, and I know she used to love coming here and going to Expo and doing a lot of the stuff at WFM, and she still listens to this day out there streaming. I'll get calls a couple times a week, hey, I heard this and I heard that, and I guess one of my favorite things to hear is when I answer the phone and I hear, hi, Dad, which makes me think of that song we just played a few minutes ago. But that was a milestone, too. And, of course, later on, I met my forever wife, Mimi Pierce. We worked here together, and we've been married 28 years coming up. She's been my rock. She's been my supporter for all these years. She's the home builder. And, Mimi, I love you so very, very much. Now, the only thing that's going to be bad, Mimi, is I'm going to be home more. I know you're not going to like that as well, too. And, of course, Corbin, who has had to live his life on the air at 95.5, because, as you know, with kids, whatever they do, it ends up on the air. And he's learned to live with it, and he smiles with it, too. And I often say, I wish I were as good of a man as my son Corbin. And now to move back to 1990, I was going from the afternoon show to work mornings with Charlie Morgan. It was the Jim and Charlie show. And there was a young part-timer here from Warren Township who was he was quite the worker. He filled in for news and filled in for traffic reports. Well, Charlie and I were trying to find a news director and somebody who could do news in the mornings. And we interviewed several people. And all of a sudden, I got this idea when we were in the office with Charlie. I said, how about Kevin Freeman? And Charlie said, that's excellent. Why not Kevin Freeman? And that began the 33-year journey for Kevin Freeman here on WFMS. He has been one of the best friends I've ever had in my entire life. And he's done so much for this radio station. He's done so much for me. And folks, your mom and dad ought to be very proud of you because you'll do things for people you don't want any fanfare. You just go do it. You've done things for me many times when I know it was way out of your way, and you do it anyway. And to watch your 3 daughters grow up and become parents themselves. And I see you with those grandkids, and you are they adore you, and they should. Deborah Honeycutt. I knew Deb when she was on the Bear, and we got to just talking in the halls and stuff, and I actually was in her wedding, which was an honor to this day. But Deb came over in 2000 to be a part of the show, and I knew when they said she's going to be one of your new co-hosts, I said, you nailed it. You absolutely nailed it, because she's got all the qualities. She's got this incredible talent. She's got this incredible wit. She's so creative. And the one thing that I really love about Deb is her compassion. If she's talking to you, she cares. She really cares. And I know all the times that she's helped me through, I still laugh because there's lunches that we go to. We're just going to go have lunch, and it's 2 hours. And we're still talking. We're laughing. We're solving the world's problems. We've been on the phone that long before. Deb has been one of the best friends I ever had. And people say this all the time. They say, are you like brothers and sisters and best friends? And I used to say, yeah. We are like that. And then as I thought about it here for the last 6 months or so, no, it's more than that. It's more than brothers and sisters. It's more than friends. I don't know what the word is, but picture it more than brothers and sisters. And that's what we 3 are. And I want you guys to know that I love you more than I can ever express. And to have shared these years with you has been absolutely amazing. I have been so blessed, so very blessed. And also I want to mention the listeners, the WFMS listeners, that have been such a part of my life for all these years. You gave me something that you can't take back. You gave me something that you cannot, as a listener, take back. And that's the privilege of your time. The privilege of your time. You didn't have to give me time. You didn't have to listen. You have choices there. You didn't have to come up at a concert and say, hey, Jim, how you doing? But you did. You gave me that gift that you can't get back. And that's the gift of time. And it has been a privilege to have known each and every one of you and to share some of that time with you. Now, I'm not going to be leaving tomorrow or next week or next month. It's the end of the year. And I'm looking very much forward to this, turning this page, but it is hard to do. When you've done something so long that you love so much, it's hard to move on to the next level. But I'm going to work on my bad golf game. I'm going to work on playing guitar. I'm going to go fishing with my grandson. I'm going to go to lunch with friends that I haven't been to lunch with in a long time. I'm going to get on a plane and travel to see some people. I'm very much looking forward to this next phase of life. But I want you to know there are 4 letters that I will never forget. I will carry them for the rest of my life. And those letters are WFMS. I did it.
You did it.
Anyway, I'm here to try the veal. I'm here for the rest of the year, so it's up to you guys.
Jim, that was well stated. And we're going to have opportunities to wish you good luck in your retirement in the next 2 months or so. But
I want to get on the lunch list.
yeah, I do too. This
like
is
once
not
a week. I'm going to need that once a week.
Well, this will not be a goodbye. This will be just a change of your schedule.
It's just a change of that. And like I say, it's frightening whenever you have to make a change in life. You see Deb and your son went off. It's all these little things you go through, and this is one that's important that I need to do. And I'm ready to go, and I'm lucky because I get to go on my timetable, and I get to go from the place that I love so dearly, and that's this radio station. All the people that are here, there's so many folks I couldn't mention. Maybe over the next course of these next months, we'll throw them in, and we'll kind of have some memories about some things that we've done. But God could not have given me 2 better people to work with. He picked them out, I'm sure, by hand. But it's time, because I always say, God creates the path, you get on it and follow it. And that's what I'm doing. So
I think we could all live together. Can we get a big house and just live together?
Yeah, but Jim will never leave.
I'm there all day. Anyway, so
Well,
thank
Jim,
you so much.
we appreciate your words and it's typical Jim form. It's not about us, it's about you.
Yeah.
So we have the privilege of having worked with you all these years. We're the lucky ones, and we love you.
We're going to give our listeners an opportunity to say that, too, over the next few months as well.
Well, thank you. It's been my pleasure. And again, the privilege of those listeners' time is something that's very important.